Hello everybody, we're starting a new median build today, and it's the melee sorceress, as I've already said, at the end of the boson, and I am in median 2017, and I got plug Y to work. So, before I begin, I've already configured everything.
Hi there.
Hey.
What can I do for you?
Now, before I even start the first act, no pickup, and players 8.
Good day to you. Good day.
And here's a great feature, reveal map. Oh, okay. Wait, what? Why is that? Okay, I don't know why that went off twice. So anyway, okay, I guess sorcerer's swords can't spawn yet. That's okay.
Evil beware.
Now one thing I'm noticing, the walk speed seems to be back to the way it was in the vanilla D2, which I'm not a fan of because that took forever. Because like the walk speed was pretty slow in the vanilla. But I do know that one of the goals of median 2017 was to like shorten the gap and make it easier to understand for new players, which that at least makes sense. Okay, so I've already hit level 2. Now one problem that the melee sorceress has is it's actually pretty shitty until you hit level okay, until you hit a certain point where you can actually find warp blades or gamble them, because once you get a warp blade, then the character becomes really powerful. Okay, so our first skill actually will be Frigid Sphere, because this is a really, really powerful... Yeah, it does that. It's like... I forget what skill it is from the vanilla game. But there's a skill in the vanilla game that does something like that. But anyway, I'm going to be using Frigid Sphere for the most part because we simply can't do very much damage with Moonstrike. And as you can see, it requires a staff or a crystal sword. And the Warp Blade does count as a crystal sword. The reason we go with a Sorcerer's Crystal Sword, or I should say Warp Blade, is because the attack speed on that thing is exceptional. Now, one thing you'll notice here, if you see along the middle of the screen, you can only put points into 2 elemental trees maximum, not counting skill bonuses from items. That means obviously you can only put in 2 points in any combination of fire, lightning, cold, or poison. And as a general rule of thumb, you really don't want to go down the poison tree because there's not much that's that great from it, especially not as a melee sorceress. I mean, there's this, but that don't do much. You'd be much better investing in this tree for the Snow Queen, for flat defense and increase of life, and warp armor. Essentially, warp armor is a weaker version of Death's Ward
This place is trouble.
from the melee necro, but you access it way earlier. Now, one more thing that I read in the you would already know if you watched the view log reading is that level challenge 0 no longer exists. And all I can say to that is thank God, because all that did was slow down the early game. So, I'm glad the mana regen is still the same as it was in XVI. Okay. gonna try to at least kill these quill bears. Come on. There we go, got him. And I'm sure you could tell from that Frigid Sphere does more damage the closer the enemy is from the center of the center of the explosion. And yeah, this is really slow. And I'll actually make that F1. And yes, I realize that Frigid Sphere isn't doing much. Come on. Actually, I wasn't paying attention to how much mana I gained per level up. Okay, good. It's the same. Now, because of the damage rework, Life Leech isn't near as good as it once was. So, now this is just my understanding. You'll pretty much need Life After Kill or something to keep yourself alive. Or Life on Striking. So yeah, level challenge 0 doesn't exist. So I'm gonna invest in the Lightning Tree for that Warp Armor. Also, the Ice Tree gives Ice Elementals, which are pretty useful. Or at least they were in XVI. I don't know how useful they'd be here. Yeah, I'm gonna get some mana potions. Because...
Greetings, young sorceress. It is good to the Order welcomes you.
Because this is way too slow. And yes, I am very much impatient. Thank you for noticing my impatience. There we go. Now, I have played a sorceress in XVI before, a caster with a bunch of summons. I can attest to the fact that Frigid Sphere is actually pretty damn useful in Harass 3000. Oh! Okay, good. Okay, I'm glad the automatic gold pickup is a thing. Now, I forget if I turned on no pickup. I think I did. Yeah, I did turn it on. Okay, good. You need to die. So, nothing of use there. And I guess I'll wear this cap for right now. I mean, I don't need to, but every little bit of defense will help. Oh. And like a goof, I forgot to actually put my points in. Alright, so Wraith Sword. Strike which explodes into ghostly blades. Deals more damage in crowded areas. Oh yeah, Thunderstone is actually really powerful. I'll be using that for now too. Yeah, it does that. It did not mean to click outside the window. Yeah, it does that. It's the same skill that Radamant uses. If you can get your damage really high with this thing, it can absolutely destroy heroic bosses. I've never done it myself, but I have seen people use Thunder Sorcs to kill heroics. Actually, how much mana does this cost? As opposed to Frigid Sphere. This is 10, and that's... Okay, this is actually easier on mana. So, put everything into dexterity, as I've said. Actually, I'm going to test Wraith Sword. I forget how good that is. Oh, crap. I forgot to invest. I forgot to change the controls. Make this X. And you gotta like my hotkey configuration there. Wraith Sword takes a fair amount of mana, though. Multi-hit. That seems okay. But... yeah, Thunderstone still does way more. For the moment. And I'm going to obviously pick up a lot of what I find. Or at least of what I can reasonably use. Okay, so I'm thinking I want to keep the increased life from Moonstrike. I forgot its name. As much as possible. Because obviously you can't deny that having more health would be good. Okay, so at least Prince Albrecht's now dead. Am I level 12 yet? Not quite. So, kill everything in the den. Yeah, this is the same as it always was, obviously. Now, I am going to test, because Marco Necro X has been removed, I am going to test what happens if you use Dark Summoning in the Worldstone Keep. Or, I mean, the Throne of Destruction. I imagine it probably just summons a shard spawn or something. Unless it summons another Bale, which would be pretty weird if it did. So, yeah, I guess I'll put another point in Moonstrike. I don't know if I really should, because... just because I'm not sure if it'd be useful. Like... okay, so it does improve the duration. And yes, I know running reduces your defense to 0. Well, there's 3 out of the 5 remaining ones. Alright, and I am very happy with the auto gold pickup. Because it does make Island of the Sunless Sea farming a lot faster when you can just automatically walk past the gold and pick it up without having to stop and manually click on every piece of gold that drops. Oh, there they are. Alright. So that's Den of Evil, as per usual.
This cave has been purged of evil.
Now this one here, the two main skills to note here is Mana Sweep and Anti-Mass. Anti-Mass just heals you based on how much mana you have, which can be pretty helpful. And Mana Sweep recharges mana. The less mana you have, the more damage it does. This can one-shot a lot of things in the early game. So, let's see, how much is this? Yeah, I still think Thunderstone is better at this part of the game. Like I said, though, if I had a Warp Blade, that would not be the case. Yeah, Thunderstone is still the way to go for very, very early game. Where... okay. Also, it helps with guys like that run away. Alright. So now that I hit level 12, I'll be putting as many points as possible into the next skill in the snow tree. Okay. So, this here is Snow Queen. What it does is it increases your flat defense and increases your maximum life. And both are improved with hard points. As you can see, improved defense per base level. Base level is a hard point. So, yeah, that's a skill you definitely want to either max or at the very least invest 25 points into, because it caps at 25 extra %. And does this thing display item levels? No, it doesn't. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Yeah, I'm just going to save and exit and then go to players 1 just to speed up this process.
Hello.
And I'll keep that here. So... and yes, I know I didn't talk to Akara yet. Oh, god damn it, that's not what I meant to do. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I hate having the window. So, let's see. Fusillade. Mystic trap that spits out waves of bladed steel. I'll try that. Oh, but it has a pretty bad Oh, geez. 20 seconds? Yes, I know. I was standing right in the fire. Okay, yeah, that's not worth using. I mean, it might be useful to trap something, maybe. But I don't see that being particularly useful later on. Now, yeah, I must remember that gold automatically is gathered. And okay. And an apple. I did get a comment that apples don't sell for shit anymore. We shall see, because obviously I'm going to be selling that as soon as I can. Come on, die off. Okay.
There is dark magic at work here.
I'm going to try to have all the one-liners be heard. Okay, I want... Okay, yeah, I want, I still want, Baneblade, or not Baneblade. Well, I do want Baneblade later on. I want my Moonstrike bonus up as much as possible. Alright. I would love to pick up that jewel, maybe, but I am still disappointed that the reroll to rare recipe no longer works, or upgrade to rare recipe no longer works.
Rest now, Blood Raven.
Because you can't deny that that certainly sped up the game. Ditto to re-rolling rare items. I know dragons are extinct now. So, because that's been removed, I don't really see any point for the D2 clicker to exist anymore. Unless there is another reason people used it. Okay, thank God. Okay, the map reveal does reveal waypoints, thank fuck. Because I say this because we will no longer have segments where I do nothing but run around and bumble for the waypoints all day. Okay. Elemental damage from those guys are kind of insane, kind of hard right now. But they're manageable, at least. I know I could be using my melee skills, but if Thunderstone kills this fast, I'm going to be using it. Alright. Alright, so... Okay, there are the can stones. It doesn't reveal... The map reveal doesn't reveal that, but at least that's always right along the road, so it's not like, it's not like that's hard to find, anyway. How are the cave snappers gonna be? Are they gonna be ridiculously hard to kill? My guess is probably. Okay, and I did set the players to 1. Hey, bone grinders. Oh, there's our first cave snapper. Wow, that's really not doing a lot to him. And I can't stand still because of that. Alright, 4. Okay, so that's about the same as it always was, which... That's fine. I know by the time I get to Act 5, I've not done a melee sorceress to its entirety. I did do one up to level challenge 1 in XVI, and it feels, so far it does feel pretty much the same as that one did, despite the fact that I'm casting everywhere. Like, that was still a thing in XVI as well. I get what it is, one of the slower level 1 characters. Oh shit. Did not miss seeing you around. Now I wonder how hard Act 2 is gonna be, because you pretty much need maxed resistances, and you can't really make honorifics anymore. At least not till you get to Act 5. So I am kind of concerned about my survival. Come Act 2. Oh, I didn't even think to look at the Mystic Orbs either, because I know those have been majorly reworked. The Trial of Luck is no longer a thing, which is good in a way, because that was a pain in the ass to try to get. But at the same time, it was really useful, so... Oh yes, and yeah, I gotta invest in Snow Queen. Oh my. Actually, I'm gonna get Frigid Sphere back for... If I can even find it. There it is. Just to slow it down. Fuck. Just to slow that thing down. Okay, there we go. The best thing is I don't even have to hold Alt to pick up the gold. Oh my god, there's a lot of fire. Oh wait, actually I'm gonna try Frigid Sphere to see if I can shatter the corpses. Corpse shattering isn't near as easy as it was in vanilla D2, which is, in my opinion, is sad. You need to die off. Please die. You... Would you die already? God, I wish I had some summons. I'll get those at level 18. And 24. Oh my. Okay, that was pure luck right there. No! I hate clicking outside the window. Like, I swear I don't intend to do this. And I know where the tree is. It's right beside the waypoint. I will say I do like the map reveal. Like, that is undeniably a good thing about 2017. And there we go. So, how much do these apples sell for? They sold for $2 grand originally. Yeah. So. Geed. Can you give me a crystal sword now? Or I should say warp blade. I'm not even gonna... I'll try maybe 3 more times. No. 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 Alright, I'm not even gonna attempt it any longer. So... where's the shaman? There you are.
This ancient tree has an aura of magic about it.
Alright, so... Talk to Akara. Now, off-screen, I will farm the box until... Oh, I forgot to check for mystic orbs, see what all they do now.
Greetings.
Let's see. Who has the mystic orbs?
Good evening.
Charcy? What the heck? Does nobody have mystic orbs now?
May I help you?
Okay, you do. I see, so... Well, they are arranged a lot. Holy shit, 15,000 for one orb. Wow, that's a lot. And I see there's no all resists ones anymore. Oh, never mind. There it is. Oh. Okay, and from what I understand, you can only put in 5 of these. Okay. Ooh, life on attack. Well, I could see that being pretty useful. Alright. Well, I'll work with those later. So, right now... Oh, shit. I forgot about this. That's right. It glitches out if you do that. If I remember right, it should reopen. Come on. Okay, spam Thunderstone everywhere. My cast rate is way too fast. For the pithy amount of damage I'm doing per second, I'd be better off just to cast stuff everywhere. Come on. Ithrune. Ooh, Experience Shrine. I'll definitely be taking that.
Tristram was no match for Diablo's fury.
So, once again, Thunderstone everywhere. And I think I got... Yeah, and I got a comment saying that I need an oil to open the box now. I know that was the case with the one in Terror difficulty, but you really need a box to open the one you get here. If that is the case, I am not much of a fan of that. Okay, I was trying to, yeah, do that. Hit him. Shoot him. Oh, come on. That should have killed you. Alright, so... this should be a good bit of experience. Oh, come on. There we go. And yeah, I really should be keeping my Moonstrike bonuses active as often as I can. Alright. Griswold's Treasure. Cube with Oil of Craft. I do need to buy an oil for every attempt. Well, that just slows down the way I normally do things, at least. Now, I'm sure most people don't just farm that box until they get an item like I do, but still.
Deckard Cain, get to the rogue camp.
So... and... well, I will get one Oil of Craft to see if I get anything good. And... Charcy, do you still sell oils?
Good day.
You do not. What about you, Geed? Are you the person that sells oils? Yeah, you are. 2250. Okay, that's cool. It tells you that now. Alright, so off screen, I guess I'll level up in Tristram until I can gamble a Warp Blade. So I guess I'll see you then.